Alright, hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. I'm your professional astrologer, and you can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. And I'm having a special, and I would like you to, this is what it is, go to my website and sign up for my newsletter that goes out twice a month. Has everything on it you would ever want to know about what I'm doing. And if you sign up, what I will be doing over the next few months is choosing 3 people every month for a free 20-minute astrology session with me, and this is a phone session. But if the response is huge, then I will pick 3 a week. So come to my website, join my subscription, and good luck. So today I want to talk about December and what's going on for December. So we have this major cardinal T-square going on. And so the beginning of this, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, and then the next little piece will be more specific to each zodiac sign, okay? So just listen in. You won't even know I'm doing it. I'm just going to cut and paste. So I want you to know we have between December 4th and December 10th, and that's the intense period. We can feel it a little bit on either side. We have Mars in the sign of Libra. Mars in Libra can be passive-aggressive. Our actions, we're looking for our actions to be controlled and balanced, but they typically don't feel controlled and balanced. That's why we're looking for that to happen. All right? Then we also have Mars making a square aspect to Pluto right around the 8th and 9th of December. And when Mars squares Pluto, this is obsession and this is controlled power is what we would call it. But we're looking for action. Mars in Libra wants action. Pluto in Capricorn is looking for those deep-rooted changes, those deep-rooted transformational pieces. Now, I know we're in Sagittarius time of year, but it feels very Scorpio to me because we do have some Scorpio stuff still lingering. So this means that whatever was going on and whatever is, transforming and coming up and out of us, like this, deep volcano, things are coming up and out, we can really feel it rumbling right now. Allow this healing process to happen. Allow this process to erupt. Because on December 10th, Mars will be in an opposition to Uranus, and that is quick, sudden shifts and changes. All right, so that's what we have. Mars and Uranus are in an opposition to each other, and then Pluto is, whatever direction, doesn't matter, is in a square to both of those. And Mars is the faster moving planet, so it's the one triggering everything. So that means we're seeking and searching for balance now that we've gone through some sort of deep and very deep transformation that has come from very much within and is coming up and out. All right? Allow this process to happen so you can heal. Deep things from the past will be coming up for all of this. So that's the hardest part of all of what's going on with this cardinal T-square. But when they're cardinal, that means it is about shifting and changing, and we're going to allow that to happen. Now, to finish off this general piece of what's going on in the middle of December, actually it's the first 10 days of December, we also have Mars is making a sextile to the Sun in Sag, and so the Sun in Sagittarius is making connections throughout this T-square, and they're positive connections. He's trining Uranus and a sextile to Mars, semi-sextiles to Pluto. So the Sun will help to put that silver lining and give us opportunities if we allow the transformation to happen that this T-square is asking of us. Because Mars, Uranus, and Pluto are the heavy hitters when they're together. It's like the mob coming through and making a change. It really is. Breathe, stay centered. If you practice yoga, it's just like, standing on one foot. You feel that straight, calm, centered, no matter what's going on around you. Allow these shifts to come up and out. All right, so on December 4th to December 30th, we also have Venus in the sign of Scorpio. So it moves in there on December 4th. When Venus is in the sign of Scorpio once a year, usually about 3.5 weeks, we get to focus in on our love relationships and what is going on there, and also the things that we love. So let me address both of these, and then we'll get to the house that it is for you. So, love relationships, how we love, what we love. When it's in the sign of Scorpio, when Venus moves into Scorpio, she can become very obsessive and very passionate. That's a fun piece. Or jealous. Not so fun. We can feel there's something going on under the surface if we're not open and honest all the time. there is a period here where our relationships, our love relationship especially, is going through a deep transformation. There needs to be a look at what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on under the surface. And if you're feeling uneasy, excuse me, if you're feeling uneasy, then it's in a relationship, then it's time to address this, because transformation must happen. It will happen one way or another. It'd be good if you were to initiate it. Because if you're feeling obsessed or jealous or uneasy in a relationship, those are all based in fear. And we don't want that. That's not a healthy way to be in a relationship with anybody, especially ourselves. So work on that and go through that process in that internal check to see where your love relationship is, and then have the conversation if you need to. We have Mercury coming into Capricorn soon, and I'll get to that in a second, and that will help. But, so you can say also, well, I'm not in a love relationship, so how am I going to use this Venus in Scorpio? Well, the way you're going to use the Venus in Scorpio is through the things that you love, the things that mean stuff to you, you know, the things that you're passionate about. Usually it's how we create beauty, or the beauty we have around us, whether we love to decorate, we love to paint. My Taurus piece, I love to collect rocks. I got a ton of them over here. Someday I'll show you. You know, and so what do you do with that? You know, that Venus in Scorpio helps us to take our skills, our talents, and transform them into something else. So that, to me, it sounds like a hobby. So we take a hobby, something that we really love. Hobbies are things that we love to do. And if we choose at this point in time, we can actually take that and transform that into a stream of income. Because that's what that energy is all about. So take these energies and focus at it. And so it is in what house? Virgo, it's in your third house. So with all this shifting and changing, and your values going through a shift, and your relationships going through a shift, you know, being that it's in your third house, could very well be that the love relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic love, but the love relationship could be one with your sibling. That's what that third house can represent as far as people goes. Siblings, cousins, your neighbors. So if there's any of those things that you feel are going through a transformation, then that's what you'll focus on, and you allow that to happen. Usher it along by meditating and praying and figuring out, you know, what's the easiest path to take and what you need to release and let go of. That's the best way to use the Scorpio energy. What I value and what's important in our lives will stay, and what isn't, we tend to hang on to things far too long, most of us. It needs to go and let go. So in the third house means that you could very well just be verbalizing some things, so you don't have to do anything else, but actually go into your own mind and identify what it is that you're letting go of, and simply let it go. And anytime you think of it, you love that person that keeps bringing things up in their head. Do. It's so important. You guys have a lot going on this year with Jupiter moving through your sign. I'll get to that in a sec. But with all of this Scorpio stuff going on in your third house, of siblings and communication and your neighborhood, see how all of that fits together. So rewind if you need to. Listen to what I said about Venus and Scorpio. Write down the keywords that trigger you, that mean something to you. Not everything's going to fit, but write down what means something to you, and then know that you're going to apply that to your siblings, your neighborhood, your cousins, you know, and communicating what's important. Okay, moving on. On the 9th of December, there's a lot going on in the first 10 days of December. I have to say that Mercury will enter the sign of Capricorn. Mercury is that planet of communication. It matches the third house. It's that natural ruler. But for you, it enters your fifth house. So Mercury in Capricorn first. The energy of that is the wise person, the older person, the person that knows more than you do. Your college professor, your grandparents, your parents, things like that. People who are wise, people who think that have a higher education. And because there's always somebody who knows more than we do. It's just how it goes. But we can use this energy and become more focused and more stable in our thinking and our communicating. And this goes on in the fifth house. So if you're ever very creative with your writing, this is an opportunity to actually like do bullet points and just start to like make headings to a book or book chapters, things like that. And if you're not interested in writing, because not everybody is, and this is an opportunity for you in the areas that you're creative to actually, title certain things so you can start to get a little more organized about it, whenever it happens to be a bit crazy. You are a Virgo, so you're pretty much going to be mostly organized anyways in some areas of your life and very disorganized in others. So you decide what you want to get more organized on, and this Mercury in Capricorn in that 5th house will help you out, especially those with Virgo in the 5th house. Your children may be a major focus right now too, because Pluto's been transiting through there for quite some time. And I know Mercury's so fast moving, and it makes an annual conjunction to Pluto, and that happens on December 19th. So it just says the seriousness of what's shifting and changing for you is important. And at the same day, on the day and the next day, December 20th, Mercury will make a square aspect to Uranus. So that means out of the blue, something will come and shift and change for you in that solar 5th house. And that solar 5th house, again, is like the things that you want to be creative in, what you're passionate about, how you want to express yourself. And I might as well mention too, how you express yourself through your children and the things that your children are doing for you. So take your time and pay attention to what's going on and take notes, because I just gave you a whole lot of really good clues. Let's see, what else I want to focus on. December 21st, of course, is the winter solstice, so the shortest day of the year on the Northern Hemisphere. And what we're looking at, most of my listeners are in the Northern Hemisphere, and those in the Southern Hemisphere, well, I wish it was summer here. But anyways, so it's just an opportunity to start creating a better foundation for yourself. That Capricorn energy is all about organization, being the authority, and really just creating a strong foundation. So we have that opportunity when the sun moves through that zodiac sign. On Christmas Day, we have a full moon in the sign of Cancer. The new moon and full moon forecast, the one on December 11th and this one on December 25th, are separate videos. If you subscribe to this channel, you will be notified when those videos are up. So you can come back and watch them when the time comes, because I won't put them up too early. I put them up just a couple weeks before. All right? And so back to Christmas. We've got a full moon in Cancer. Christmas Eve, the moon is in Cancer. So this is a great opportunity for us to express, just to be around home and family is what that really means. We're really going to get to spend some time with family. And there'll be some surprises at Christmas time, and then there'll be some unexpected things happening, whether somebody can show up and doesn't, or somebody shows up by a surprise. That Uranus square is going to increase that energy. All right? Okay, so have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday, because it's just going to be a very, very nice day where all just want to be at home and snuggling with the family. I know not everybody has great families, I get it, but we're going to choose our families, so let's do that too. The final day of the year, so on New Year's Eve, the moon and Jupiter are conjunct where we had the eclipse on September 13th. So we're going to get to bring up, lots of times within 2, 3, 4 months of an eclipse, we still feel it. And with Jupiter there, it's expanding that sector. It's expanding those few degrees where the eclipse was. It was at 20, and Jupiter's at 23. So over the last day of the year here, the moon's moving through where the eclipse was. So it's going to bring up something that's going on, whatever it is. So we're in the waning phase of the moon right now, so releasing and letting go of things that no longer serve us, that we don't want to bring into 2016 is a great way to do it. You do not need to create New Year's resolutions yet. What we do is the moon is waning, so they're not going to stick. Create them on your birthday. I haven't told it to the other signs yet, but just create them on your birthday and just do that. What we want to do for New Year's resolutions here is just focus on what's not serving us and let them go. And don't make new goals yet. Do it on your birthday. All right, thank you for watching, and please again come and subscribe to my newsletter. Enter that competition by subscribing. It's not a competition, it's a contest. And I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you very much. Love, blessings. Namaste.